now watching Compton Rick Rock TV. Let's get to the content.
Yo, what up? It's Compton Rick Rock TV, and we about to get to the content. This is one of my top 10 channels on YouTube. Rap news and street politics, always coming with the perfect dialogue. Now, I've been seeing y'all in the comment section. Y'all got a whole lot to say about LA this, LA that, because y'all looking at the dudes that's on the internet and y'all saying they making it look bad out there. Nah, they making themselves look bad. Them the guys that's on the internet. Don't get it twisted, because there's a whole lot of people that's not on the internet, and y'all come out here with this perception, thinking because y'all see these jokers on the internet, when y'all come out here, y'all run around because y'all looking for them dudes, and man, y'all be in for a rude awakening. It's just not LA, it's everywhere. This is everywhere. You got people on the internet, y'all look at them internet dudes and fail to realize they just internet dudes. Let's get to the real, man. It gets real spooky out here. Let's go.
Rap news, street politics, the best hood channel on YouTube. And we backing them gunning hundreds, about to speak on some hoods that's really blew up within the last decade in the city. A lot of notable members coming out of this section, new hoods forming. We also got neighborhoods trying to expand on the east side. And we also got really one of the only active neighborhood on neighborhood crip wars going up in the city right now. But one of the key things that a lot of people may not know about the Hunters is it's not like every other rolling old hood in the city. It's a collective of multiple different sets, but right now it's really fractured with the beef that's going on inside of these hoods. Now, Rolling Hunters, like I said,
y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that notification bell. We not here to glorify. We just here to give you guys some information so you guys could be aware. Do not look at the internet dudes on the internet that's out here and think that the streets is like this, man. It's not. Let's get back to the content.
The last decade, they really exploded, especially with the 100 Days, 100 Nights coming out this Westmont area. But let's break down the hoods that's making up the Hunters. Now, Century is going to be the border to the Hunters, of course, going all the way down to the 105. Only a couple blocks away from SoFi Stadium, the new Clipper Stadium, LAX. This is where it's cracking at. The first set that's a part of the Hunters is the neighborhood 104 Hard Time Hustlers.
Oh, we doing skits, broad day, yeah, you know the truth. CMT killer on the game, we smoking. Dead niggas in the wood who won't smoke. BK on my name, the gang known. Full clip on they block, case closed. Never ran for no beef, you ain't known. Mad stuff fully loaded, you tryna go? I'm spinning corners even though I ain't had to go. If you out and I see you, you gotta go. Double O.
And I say neighborhood because they do push the NH, but they are still Hustler Crips. Now, 104 is going to be cool with the 8-8s on the east side, but the 8-8s, of course, are not going to be part of the Hunters, and
they got them straps up in the video. That's a quick way to get caught up in one of them Ricos. They going to use this on y'all. They're going to use it on y'all, but these are the guys that's not on the internet. These are not the internet dudes. I don't think they even care.
Not a part of the neighborhood car. But the Hard Times main spot is going to be in these apartments off Van Ness and Century. And of course, down Ruth Ellen and Gramercy as well. But across Western, they're going to be tight-knit with the block. So we got two different block hoods. We got 113 block and 107 block.
Bitch, I'm really in the field, I ain't taking no other route. I'm sliding through the hoochies, if I see them, I'm jumping out. My mind on the million, I don't know what they be talking about. My niggas train to kill, for that dough, we gon' chalk them out. All gas, no break shit, that must wanna hate shit. Now back to the basics, talk, get your face bit. Don't fuck with no fake shit, don't got it, I take it. Blue fame is the gang, bitch, we stay on some gang shit.
Now the main street that's really being pushed over here is 108, which is Blue Flame Gang or Fleazy Gang. They over here off 108th and Western, but of course you got 113th and Dinker, 107th and Dinker, but 107th is also going to be a main spot for another hood inside of the Hunters, UG Crip.
It's the fire right here though. Yeah, nigga ain't been on shit too much over here, shit, nigga. Other than that, bro, shit, the hood. Niggas play their part, everybody got their part over here.
Now UG is also known as UGBC, Underground Block Crip. Now, technically, it's Underground Crip, but they're tight-knit with the blocks. So this is why you will see UG Block Crip together. And they main blocks are 103rd, 105th, 106th, and like I said, 107th. Now, 105th is probably their main street right now on the one-way. But all through them blocks between Dinker and Normandy is going to be the UGs. Now,
that's something different. I didn't see too much of that when I was coming up. You got Hispanic gangs, Hispanic members joining black gangs and vice versa. Something new, man. These them YNs, man. Y'all ever heard that YN? I see the YN on my hat. That used to stand for something else, but now it stands for young niggas. And when you see them young niggas, I advise you to get your ass out the way, because them gonna be the ones that's gonna do you in when you come out here looking for the internet dudes. I'm telling you.
On top of them is the Bud Long Gangsta Crips.
You walk down the street, you got the 10 5s, you feel me? Them homies, niggas safe all through that area. This 100 Crip, you know what I'm saying? Nigga get 2 more blocks down, you got the snooze all through there. Damn Bud Long and shit. Nigga can't with that shit. Nigga kill all that. We push that shit back. You feel me? Now they coming over here with the 11 deuce, trying to get their little bullshit in. But the block still smashing that bitch ass. All the 100 Crips still smashing that bitch ass. Them niggas is pushing. They pushing. They fist to go, cuz. This is Ball Long Gangsters. They moving, cuz. They moving. They used to be down there with the Raiders in a minute. They fucking with this.
Now, Bud Long is one of many GC hoods that's not a traditional gangster crib hood, pushing that gangsters moving. They're a part of the Rolling Hundreds, and they tight-knit with the neighborhood hard times and with them UGs and blocks, which of course means that they're gonna share the same enemies, one of which is the Gangster Crips, which we gonna get to. But 2 other large sections that's always been known to be a part of the Hundreds is Neighborhood 111 and Neighborhood 11-5 Crip.
Baby Slick, when he left me in the hood, stomped down to the ground.
Yeah, the way my dead homies affected me as well, you know what I'm saying? I feel as though we shouldn't get along with nobody, you know what I'm saying? How, you know what I'm saying, you gonna peace with a nigga who smoked one of your homeboys, you know what I'm saying? It should just be everybody killer, you know what I'm saying? This neighborhood for life. It don't stop till the casket drop.
Now, a lot of y'all may have heard about 111 over some of these other hoods, especially if you're not really up on what's going on in the city. Dub C is out of the 111, so that's what people really hear about the 111s the most, especially dudes out of town. But also the 11-5s are really going to be clicked up with the 111s right across Imperial. But again, these is 2 neighborhood Crip sets, a part of the Hundreds. And this section right here on both sides of Western is where the problems arise in the Hundreds, where you have the blocks and the UGs beefing with these 111s and 11-5s. So Western and Imperial is where the Rolling Hundreds divide, but we gonna speak on the origins of the beef between the blocks and the neighborhood 111-5s as we continue the video. And then Western.
Y'all go ahead and subscribe to Rap News and Street Politics, man. Good commentary. You got good stuff over there. Good. One of my top channels. Y'all go over there and subscribe to him. Let's get back to the content.
The Van Ness from the 11-5s, you got the Watergates. They're technically a part of the Hundreds, but they hood isn't as active as they used to be. I've seen some hitters from Watergate recently, but they haven't been making a lot of noise as of late. But some key people that we see in the city from these sections, of course, from Hard Time is Snoopy Harvard, from UG, Cool Corleone, Jay Reddy, Thirsty O, from 108 Block, Tunchi, Flame Gang Uzi, and then Bino is going to be associated with the blocks, and Draco is also going to have associations over here with the blocks, which is why we see Ralphie hanging with the UGs and the blocks.
Niggas say you're a shooter, but you ain't shot shit. Spin it back again, we ain't drop shit. Chrome heart sweater, pay some racks for this. On the opposite, get your head split.
Straight through the city with a rich bitch. She ain't talking to me, I be stitch slip. I'm a maid, niggas bitch built. Just pot 2 perky tryna sit still.
Now, at one point in time, the Raymonds were a part of the Hundreds, but they not pushing Rolling Hundreds anymore, even though for sure they rocking with the neighborhood Crip car. They're not gonna be with the Rolling. Now, the key thing about the blocks is they really gonna be around since the genesis of Crippin', where it said that Tookie and Raymond Washington would both make appearances over here on 113th and Dinker to kick it, which is how this street got its name.
Rest in peace to Raymond Washington, and rest in peace to Tookie as well. Raymond Washington kids, man. Shout out to the homegirl and shout out to his son, man. Y'all know who y'all is, man. Y'all need to start y'all YouTube channel, man. Y'all daddy is the founder of this stuff, but it wasn't what it is today, man. A lot of senseless killing today. It didn't represent this in the beginning, but it turned to this, and we're not here to glorify this. I'm just giving an education purpose. My reason for doing this video, because a lot of y'all be getting misconstrued in the comment section, and I don't want y'all to get in trouble and get hurt, man.
The block with being the hangout spot for a lot of reputable members at that time in the early 70s. Now it's said that 113 block formed in 73, 107 formed in about 74, 75. And they used to push neighborhood block Crip because of their alliance with the 111s and the 11-5s. But as the UG started to come about and things kind of was going up and down with the 111s and 11-5s, the blocks gravitated more towards the UGs across Denker. But it's also said that the UGs was one of the biggest hoods on the west side, going all the way up to Florence and Normandy. Now we know this is A-Tray Gangsta Crip territory now, but the UGs at that time were basically as big as the A-Trays are now, stretching 30, 40 blocks on the west side over here. But now, like we said, the UGs are really confined from 103rd to 108th between Denker and Normandy. But all these hoods over here are extremely active. That's one thing you gotta understand, no matter the size of this territory. Now, something else we've been seeing with the block Crip name is a new hood that potentially could be forming called Backdoor Everything Block Crip.
Niggas speaking on my block, but they spinning shit. Backdoor, I'm with the same niggas who I'm ending with. Niggas weird, get the fuck from around me on pretending shit. I catch the body broad day, I'm innocent, yeah. Free my niggas since little kids, we been killing shit.
Now, it's said that this hood is over here in Hawthorne between Rosecrans and 136. But I've been over there and everything seemed to still be Hawthorne Lil Watts hood. I don't see any concrete evidence that a block Crip set is over here. But nonetheless, these dudes are repping it. You got some rappers that's coming out of here, Asian Man, J Bell, Baby 8, Lil E, and these dudes have said to have been sanctioned by the Hunters and the 30s. And you can see the influence coming out of the Hunters by adding this block Crip name on it. Now, I don't know if this situation gonna last. I've seen a couple of these members are from other sets. One of them being Venice Showline Crip. Now, the thing with Venice Showline and a few other hoods throughout the city, the Showline hood is kind of ducked off. So the membership with Showlines is really homegrown. Like, you're not just finna find your way randomly at Oakwood Park. So with that being said, they one of them hoods that got like a militant movement about themselves. So I don't really see them getting behind having their young homies pushing another hood, especially block Crip. Now, one thing the Showlines push the Deuce, they push the Far West, but they're the furthest thing from neighborhood Crips. So I can honestly see them shutting that down in their section with some dudes trying to claim BD.
These is all youngsters too, man. These ain't no OGs. These ain't no older guys. A lot of these dudes you see on the internet is old, washed up guys. That's just on the internet. These dudes right here, hopefully they change their perspective on life. Hopefully they change their lifestyle. But in the meantime, this is the life that they live in. We all done it. We all did it. A lot of us figured out the real and grew up. And a lot of people is still stuck. And the ones that stuck is more than likely the ones that you see talking all day on the net. You don't see these dudes right here on the net. I'm telling you, it's tricky. Be careful.
That's already been put on the show line. I can see that causing friction in this area. Now, the thing is, the 30s is cool with Showline. And like I said, some members from Backdoor Everything are said to be from Harlem as well. So, you know, this could be like a little click phase that dudes is going through the block Crip on it because they hanging in the Hunters too. I can't say for sure that BDE is going to take off and be another block Crip set in the city, especially on the west side, because there's a lot of implications that come with that. And even though block Crip is a neighborhood, they rolling with the old car and they pretty much is rolling with the neighborhoods, even though, like I said, they're a part of the only active neighborhood on neighborhood Crip beef in the city. And another hood that we've seen kind of pop up in recent years over here in this Westmont area is Pimptown. So Pimptown is not really a part of the Hunters, but they are going to be close with the blocks. But we seen Pimptown really rep a lot of different stuff. We seen Pimptown with the Gangsta Crip on the end. We've seen it with neighborhood block Crip. But Pimptown is going to be over here by the 11 Deuce Hoovers, just north of the Raymonds and west of the Denver Lanes. They're also a new set, but they are going to be tied in with the blocks regardless. I would say Pimptown has a lot more room for growth compared to BDE, especially when it comes to this block Cripping. And territory-wise, I'm pretty sure if BD was to fully set up shop and get cracking in Hawthorne, not only would they be beefing with the shotguns, they would also be beefing heavily with Hawthorne Lil Watts, which would probably drag the other blocks and the other Hunters down to Hawthorne to take part in that war as well. And really right now they on their own island, you know what I'm saying? They not gonna rock with any of the gangster Crips, 11-8, Mad Ass Gangsters, or Hawthorne Thug Family. And with Pimptown being right next to the blocks in the Hundreds, I think they will be able to thrive and benefit more when it comes to beef. But one thing that turned the world on to the Hundreds, especially UG and Block, was 100 Days, 100 Nights in 2015.
Never shot a gun, solo dude can't pop me. Thirsty in the field, we be spying with Rockies.
I remember this. It was cracking. I think this the dude. Well, I don't think this is the dude that was on the internet. I think he was dissing and tripping on the internet. He ended up getting unaligned, and when that happened, man, it turned it up. 100 Days and 100 Nights, they was riding and smashing. This is the time that you wouldn't have seen none of this goofball shit that y'all see. It was real in the field. And I'm from Compton, and this is LA, what we talking about right here. And it was heard all over. This was for real.
But Brody got hit up in his face, he put the gang on him. Baby third slide on 84th, he got a name on him. Brody get the chip and I'm from Perry, now he staying safe. Brody in the fit, I'm in the fiddle, we going crazy. Don't let me hold the blick, it ain't no devil, he gon' spray it. Somebody cookie around, she bought the car before I blaze it.
Now what really jumped off when KP from Block, Kenneth Peavy, was gunned down in his hood on 109th. Now this is when they said that it started. And for everybody that's not familiar with 100 Days and 100 Nights, it was really these UGs and Blocks and the Hundreds all together going at it with the Hoovers and the gangsters in a war that was supposed to last 100 nights with 100 bodies. But the key thing is 2015 alone was an extremely deadly year. And honestly, this situation started before KP was allegedly killed by the Hoovers on 109th and Hobart. Rewinding the clock back to March 2015, the UGs was getting cracking. So on March 12th, on 105th, the one-way, Bill Shepard, aka $100 Bill,
that's
who
my
was
boy.
a factor in this section.
Man, rest in peace to my homie, man. This was my boy, man. We was locked up solid, man. I even hollered him a few times when he got out, man. We used to work out together. He was a big old youngster. Man, he used to do them push-ups and them pull-ups, man. This was my boy, solid as they come. Rest in peace, homie.
A reputable member, Infant Tune, Baby Hound, and other members from UG, Quincy Jefferson and Cleo Steele, was all on 105th when Tune and Hound pulled up and said they seen somebody by the name Cleveland Ross on Century and Hoover at the AutoZone. Now Ross was a reputable dude from Hoover, and everybody knows Century's gonna be a big street for the H gang. But the Hoover hoods that border this block section is gonna be 107 and 11 Deuce, but the 9 Deuces is not gonna be far as well. That Century and Hoover is really gonna be the borderline between the 107s and the 9 Deuces. But either way, Cleveland Ross Jr. was at the AutoZone with his pops, fixing his BMW car battery. He was spotted, and these dudes hopped in the Caravan, rolled 3 cars deep, down Century to this AutoZone. Now Toon was in the whip with Jefferson, the lead car. Another member from UG named Johnny Johnson hopped into his whip with Steele, and they had another homie telling them to the AutoZone. Now they circled the AutoZone. Jefferson said he seen Ross putting the battery in, trying to start his car. And this is when he jumps out with a 357 and shoots Ross Jr. at least 7 times. Now it's said after this, they slid back to 105th, where surveillance cameras and cell phone towers had tapped them. But this was in March. They were still cool until June. So June 10th come around, still 2015, before KP's killed on 109th, where it said that 4 dudes suspected to be from Hoover was on 88th and Vermont. Michael Washington, Michael Baptist, Laurel Williams, and Kevin Carr was at the Monarch Liquor Store, really on the border of ETG and 9 Deuce Hoover. But of course, the UGs are beefing with both A-Tray and 9 Deuce. But really, those are the only 2 hoods that are gonna be over here by 88. We know that's a main spot for the Hoovers. So it said that Michael Baptist pulls up to the liquor store in the Dodge Dart. He goes in to get some cigarettes. Michael Washington get out to go holler at somebody from across the street. When Baptist got back in the car, he seen 3 dudes in the whip that he recognized wasn't from their section. and he was trying to get up out of there. But at this time, that's when these dudes in that car started letting off. And when he tried to reverse, a Chevy Malibu had blocked him in. So a bullet hit him in his leg and twice in his back. And he say somebody got so close that he heard him say, "You next," before he was shot in the mouth. But at this time, he was able to see Mikael Washington, who again had hopped out the car to go holler at somebody. He was staggering across the street and ended up dying from multiple gunshot wounds.
Yeah, man, these not them dudes y'all see on the internet, man. Y'all go over there to Rap News, Street Politics, and check out the rest of the video. Get good. He got a lot of stuff on there. Like I said, we're not here to glorify anything that got to do with this kind of behavior in the streets, but it is a reality. And I want y'all to know that. Y'all be in my comment section talking about this and talking about that, about LA. But y'all talking about the dudes that's on the internet. These dudes in the streets, they are not the dudes on the internet. They don't care about any of this content, internet stuff. And y'all wonder why nobody ain't got them dudes yet, because them dudes is not in the streets. If they was in the streets really participating on them dudes' radar, then they would be a victim. But they ain't nothing but guys on the internet. So y'all be careful when y'all come to these cities, not just Los Angeles, Chicago, New York, Philadelphia, Ohio, Atlanta, all these different states. Be careful when y'all step in these states, man, because the people that y'all see on the internet is not the people you see in the streets. It's Compton Rick Rob with Compton Rick Rock TV. Catch y'all on the next one. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, Compton Rick Rock TV. Also, hit that notification bell and catch every video when I drop.